Some entrepreneurs could choose to start their business from scratch so they can run their businesses as they see fit. While they might start off small and struggle to attract customers, they are not limited by the restrictions of a franchise agreement. When an entrepreneur starts a business, usually she needs to have a business plan. A key element of these early stages of a business development is this business plan. But what is a business plan? It's a precise statement of the rationale for the business and usually a step-by-step explanation of how the business will achieve its goals. The business plan usually includes an explanation of the business, the mission, the leader team, an analysis of the competition or the market conditions, and also an estimate of the expenses and the income, and of course other information. It should also establish a strategy of acquiring sufficient funds to keep the business going. And finally, a good business plan should act as a guide and reference document, not as a shackle that limits the business flexibility. Because remember, one of the advantages of small businesses is to be flexible and capable of adapting to changes in the environment. That's why it's very important to revise constantly this business plan to make sure that it's aligned with the changes in the environment. So take a minute to read this following cartoon. Several people and researchers have started to question the utility of business plans. So I ask you, why and how can writing a business plan be useful for an entrepreneur? Please leave your comments in the space below. And remember, I am paying attention to these comments because these comments show that you care and participate in the class. So thank you so much for leaving your comments. Another popular tool is what is called a business canvas. This business canvas helps lay out the main point of the business. You can use this canvas to describe and design and challenge and also pivot your business model. Key partners, key activities, a value proposition, customer relationships, customer segments, revenue streams, cost structure, and so on. It's usually one page, and it also illustrates how the business captures, delivers, and also produces value by presenting all the interactions between different parts of the business model. In many of the current entrepreneurship classes, this canvas model is used as a tool to design and plan the new business. So take a moment to check out these cartoons and understand their points. They suggest that funds and managerial skills are some of the most important and scarce resources in small firms. This graph synthesizes some of the types of funding used through different stages in the creation of a business in markets such as United States and Europe. It shows that time is divided in stages, going from the seed stage to the sustained growth stage. It shows that risk also decreases with time, going from higher levels of risk in the seed stage to lower levels of risk in the sustained growth stage. It also shows that capital needs tend to increase with the growth of the business. In the seed stage, usually the risks are high, as well as the uncertainty about whether or not the business is going to work out. Here, the main source of funding is entrepreneurs' personal wealth and, of course, with the help of friends and families' resources. Later, with more time and in the startup stage, when there is some business model more defined, business angels and external investors tend to be used. Then the business takes more shape, and then the VCs or venture capital enter and invest in the firm in exchange of capital and equity. And now in the final stages, we have the IPO, where the company goes to the open market and is publicly traded. And finally, franchising, the last topic for today's chapter. I hope you recognize many of these brands: KFC, Taco Bell, Denny's, Pizza Hut, Burger King, Subway. What do these companies have in common? Yes, they are all from US, but also they are franchising throughout the world. So what is franchising? Franchising is a form of a business by which the owner or franchisor of a product, a marketing, or a service method obtains distribution through affiliated dealers or franchisees. So if buying an existing business doesn't sound right for you, and if starting from scratch sounds a bit intimidating, maybe you could be well suited for franchise ownership. So this information is from the US, but it certainly reflects worldwide trends. US franchises continues generating a lot of employment and thereby boosting the economy. In US, there was an increase of 2,000 jobs in franchise employment. So I ask you, which industries do you think franchising is the most used? Please leave your comments below. An entrepreneur will find that franchising has both advantages and disadvantages. Franchising allows a franchisee the opportunity to set up small business relatively quickly. And because of its association with an established brand, a franchise outlet often reaches the break-even point faster than an independent business would. Franchisees commonly report the following advantages. So in addition to having management and training support, brand name appeal, and standardized quality of goods and services, they also benefit from having national and local advertising programs, financial assistance, proven products and business formats, centralized buying power, site selection and territorial protection, and overall a greater chance for success. But what do you think are the advantages for the franchisor? However, the franchisee must sacrifice some freedom to the franchisor. Some shortcomings experienced by franchisees include franchisees' fees and profit sharing with the franchisor, strict adherence to standardized operations, and restrictions on purchasing. Franchisees also will have a limited product line, higher chance of market saturation, and less freedom in business decisions. Strict uniformity and adherence is the rule rather than the exception, and entrepreneurs who want to be their own bosses are often frustrated with the restrictions of a franchisee. So my final question, what do you think are the disadvantages for the franchisor? Okay, this is all for chapter 5. We have discussed entrepreneurship, small businesses, and franchising. Always thank you for listening and see you in the class.